Hello everyone, welcome you back. And in this session, that is the first session of renewable energy sources subject. In that, I am going to take the principles of renewable energy. We should know that first what is meant by renewable energy. Then we will discuss what are the principles concerned to the renewable energy and the other parameters like energy and sustainable development, fundamental and social implications. Here, renewable energy means the energy which is available in the nature that will be get renewed themselves and that will be available for the longer period in the future and that will not be get depleted. That is called as a renewable energy. The renewable energy is also called as a non-conventional energy source. And here the examples of renewable energy are biomass, solar, geothermal, water, wind. Apart from this renewable energy, the other source of energy are non-renewable energy sources. The non-renewable energy sources are called as a conventional energy sources. The examples for conventional energy sources are fossil fuels. The fossil fuels are coal, oil, natural gas, petroleum fuels. All these are fossil fuels. Those are available for the limited time period and those will not be continuously available in the future. There is a limited source is there. Those will be get empty in the future. If you take the major difference between this renewable and non-renewable energy sources means, first one, renewable energy will be inexhaustible. That will not get empty. Non-renewable energy are get exhaust in the certain time period or within a shorter duration. Another major difference is that renewable energy are not produce any environmental pollutions. Those are called as a green energy. And non-renewable energy sources produces a environmental pollution, which is a major problem throughout the world. The one is there is an energy scarcity throughout the world, and another thing, there is a major problem associated with the energy is that environmental pollution. Therefore, here we should search and use the renewable energy sources as much as possible so that we can get whatever the sufficient energy as well as we can solve that environmental pollution problem. Continuing to this, first we will take that is principles of renewable energy. The principle means here what are the reasons are there. Those are to be factors are there. Those are to be considered if you want to use the renewable energy as the energy source. That is, as a consequence, the efficient use of the renewable energy requires the correct application of certain principles. Some principles those should be applied, then only we can use that renewable energy source. The first one is energy currents, that is the availability. How much quantity the availability is there. It is essential that a sufficient renewable current is already present in the local environment. In the local environment where we are going to use the renewable energy, there it should be sufficiently available. Then dynamic characteristics. That means here the variation of the electricity requirement is there. As per that, we can produce the electricity by using this renewable energy. We should. There is electricity demand on the power network often peaks in the morning and evening. In the morning and evening, the requirement is more for the power and reaches the minimum throughout the night. Throughout the night, it will be reduces and reaches the minimum. Then quality of supply. The quality of supply of that source of energy, that is quality of nuclear, fossil or biomass fuel in a single stage thermal power station is moderately low. Okay, this whatever these fuels, nuclear, fossil and biomass fuels we are going to use in the thermal power station to generate the power, it's whatever the quality is there, the moderately low that one, because only about 33% of the calorific value, that is the heating value, is of the fuel can be made to appear as mechanical work 33% of the heat energy present in that fuel can be converted into mechanical energy, and remaining about 67% is lost as the heat to the environment. That is lost, and that knowledge of particular energy source we should have. Then renewable energy supply systems divide into three broad categories. The renewable energy supply, what is there? In which form they will supply the energy? That we should know it. Okay, these are broadly divided into three divisions. That one. First one is the mechanical supplies. Mechanical supplies means directly we are going to get the mechanical energy. For example, wind energy. If wind is flowing, directly windmill will convert that wind velocity into mechanical rotary power, and tidal energy like that. Second one, heat supplies. It will supply the heat in the form of heat, that one. For example, biomass and geothermal energy, and from that the heat we are going to get. Okay, after burning of the biomass, after burning that is from the geothermal earth crust, the heat we are going to get in the form of heat energy we are going to have. Third one, photon processes. This photon processes means here in the form of photon the sun rays are available, and in the form of photons we are going to get the energy there. Okay, that will be the another type of supply of the energy. Then here the dispersed versus centralized energy. Okay, here distributed, that is in the it will spread over all the areas, or centralized at one central place. The heat that is energy production will be there. That is the dispersed versus centralized energy. Finite, that is a non-renewable energy source. That is also called as a finite energy source. It is limited. That's why non-renewable energy source is most easily produced centrally. At easily we can produce centrally, and is expensive to distribute. The distribution is required from that one, whatever the center place where we are going to produce it. That energy from the finite energy sources, from example thermal power station. From the thermal power station where that is coal is available or water is available for the production of that steam. Okay, there we can develop that whatever the industry is there for the power plant, and then distribution is longer length. That one, that will be expensive. Renewable energy is most easily produced in dispersed locations. Dispersed, spread over all the areas we can produce it. That means solar energy we can take example. Okay, anywhere we can put, that is a solar energy conversion system like photovoltaic cells or heat applications. Okay, like that anywhere we can produce it as one dispersed location, and is expensive to concentrate. But dispersed concentrate, more energy required, that one it is difficult, that one. Okay, that will be associated with this one. This difference we should know for that one as one of the principle of renewable energy source. In complex systems, renewable energy supplies are intimately linked to the natural environment, which is not preserve of the just one academic discipline such as physics or electrical engineering. The systems what we are going to develop for this conversion of the renewable energy source into the useful form of the energy, that will be complex system. That will not involve a single, that is domain, whatever or discipline is there to produce that one. Okay, for example here whatever this solar energy we need to convert, that one, the solar panels, whatever the chips are there, okay, the PV cells, those should be produced from the electronics discipline, and that whatever the physical, whatever the appearance is there, that is by the mechanical, and electricity what is producing, that should be maintained by the electrical engineering. That's why the complex system it will be there. Okay, that whatever the system we are going to produce, more complex for the renewable energy sources compared to the non-renewable energy sources. Then situation dependence. No single renewable energy system is universally applicable, since the ability of the local environment to supply the energy and the suitability of the society to accept the energy vary greatly. Situation it will be dependence, that one, because in certain regions If the wind is available, we are going to use the wind energy there. And in certain regions, the solar energy available, that we can use. In certain regions, tidal energy is available, that we can use. In certain regions, the geothermal energy is available, we can use that one. And situation where it is, which form of the energy, renewable energy is available, that we can use in the local environment. But the suitability of the society to accept that energy very greatly that one. Okay, that society should accept this one. The variation is there always. That's why situation dependence will be there. That should be accepted by the society. Okay, these are the different principles of the renewable energy sources. Then we'll take that is energy and sustainable development. Energy we are going to use, and the sustainable development of concern to that energy, what we can say here, the energy whatever we are going to use for the living, okay, that is consuming of that energy in such a manner that it should fulfill the present needs and it should preserve for the future requirements also. That usually supplies by this renewable energy sources. The presently what energy quantity is required, that we have to use it, and in the future it should be preserved for the future needs also. Okay, that is the energy and sustainable development. Okay, that is a concern to the energy sustainable development we should discuss. Sustainable development can be broadly defined as the living, producing and consuming in a manner that meets the needs of the present without compromising the ability of the future generations to meet their own needs in the future also. The whatever the needs is there, that should be fulfilled, even though if you are consuming now whatever our requirement is there. And here for concern to this renewable energy sources and non-renewable energy sources, the certain environmental concern, the flow diagram we can discuss that one. Okay, there is a contrast between the renewable, that is called as green energy, and finite, that is a brown energy supplies environmental energy flow, ABC. Environmental energy flow can be called as a ABC, and harnessed energy DEF. That means harnessed energy means it is a processing is carried out, that one. Okay, that is through the mining that fuels are produced, and later those are used for the production of the energy. The first is the renewable energy. Here natural environment, from that renewable energy is available, and if it is available, if you leave like that only, it will goes to the environment. From the environment it comes, it goes to the environment through the sink. That is a environmental energy flow. This one, for example, the solar energy is the renewable energy. If the solar energy sunlight falls on the earth, if you not use that one, it will goes to the earth, and that will be evaporate water content or heat whatever required for the earth or this plants. All these are supplied. Okay, that is the natural flow, that one, energy flow. And if you use that one, some device to convert it to form a useful form of the energy, okay, then DEF, that we can harness into useful form of the energy, and later whatever that remaining energy, that again is discharged to the environment. The current source of the continuous energy flow, that one. That environment, here the renewable energy source, here one of the system we should know that one develop, and we have to use that renewable energy source. The mined resources, that is a brown, from the mine, that fossil fuels we are going to produce it. Then finite source of energy potential, how much potential is there, that much we can use it. Then device we have to use again for the conversion, and we have to use it, and remaining what will be there, the exhaust, after the conversion, some heat will be remaining, that will be discharged to the environment. See how the solar energy is going to the environment, like that. Here in the example we'll take for this one, thermal power station. Coal we are going to burn it. Some part of that energy it will be converting into a mechanical energy, and that we are going to connect to the electrical generator, we are going to produce it electricity. The remaining heat presented on, not possible to recover it, not possible to convert it, and that will be exhausted to the atmosphere through the chimney. That is goes to the sink. Like this, the whatever the difference are there here in this one, that we can know, and from that energy and sustainable development which is possible, that we can have. Then next one, that is the last part in this one, that is the fundamental and social implications of the renewable energy sources. The implications means its effects. The renewable energy sources have some useful effects, some bad or ill effects on the after the utilization. And for that, the two categories it will be classified. The first one is the fundamental implications, and second one is the social implication. The fundamental difficulties, what are there, and social difficulties, what are there. First, we will take the what are the useful effects. Then we will take the what are the bad effects are there by using those. Here, useful effects, what are there? Those are fundamental implications in that one. Less global warming. It is producing the less global warming. It will not produce any heat. Naturally, whatever the energy source available, that we are going to use. It will not produce very less global warming. It will producing improved public health. It is not producing any emissions. Therefore, no harmful, and that's why the public health will be improved. Inexhaustible energy. The longer duration, it will be available. It is not get exhausted. It will not empty. Jobs and other economic benefits. Locally, for the conversion of the energy from this renewable energy, local jobs can be produced and it will not cost more. The economic benefits also we are going to have. Stable energy prices. The energy prices are stable because we are not depending on any of the that is commercial energy sources, because the naturally available sources we depend. That's why stable energy prices will be there. Reliability and resilience. The reliability we can depend on that one. Easily we can depend on that. Okay, the resilience also will have the continuous availability for that. Then compared to this fundamental implication, in that term only will come here. What are the difficulties are there, bad effects are there. Those are renewable energy is not available round the clock. It is not available from the morning to evening or from whole day. For example, if you take that is solar energy, it is available, starts available after the 9 and it will that is diminished at the after 5. Okay, then night it will not be available. Around the clock it will not available. The efficiency of renewable energy technology is low. The conversion technology is very less compared to, even though that is 33% of that thermal power station. It will be only few percentage, the 7 to 8%, less than 10% the conversion efficiency will be there. The initial cost of renewable energy is high. The renewable energy initial cost will be higher one compared to the fossil fuels, whatever the cost for that conversion systems. Renewable energy sites require a lot of space. Around a lot of space required for the solar energy only. The lot space, that is a widespread area we have to install, that is whatever the around acres of the area it will be distributed, the solar panels. The large area is required for this one. Renewable energy devices need recycling. The solar panels, okay, then other whatever are there, those should be whatever recycled. Those should be recycled. Then social implications. What are the social difficulties are there? First we will take the benefits, then later bad effects what are there we will take. Dispersed living. Okay, dispersed living, that whatever the good do, we can live the anywhere as per our requirement. Pollution and environmental effect will not have the future availability, it will be there for the society. The poverty elimination. The poverty elimination will be taking place. That is also good. Here these are changes. That one here the bad effects here will be discussed, and here the good effects are there. Poverty elimination, that means we are getting the cheap source of the energy and employment, all these things. Therefore, the poverty elimination will be there. Climate change mitigation. The climate change will not be taking place. There is any pollution. Improving health by reducing the pollution associated with gas emissions. These are also that is on the society, the effects will be there. About this one, whatever the principles of renewable energy sources are there, those I have discussed, and these renewable sources, how the conversion, their basics, and all these things I am going to discuss in the next session onwards. Okay, their details about that particular renewable energy sources and their conversion methods, their applications, all these things I am going to discuss. Thank you everyone for watching. Kindly share, comment and subscribe my channel. Thank you once again.